Money is like a river. It flows where the conditions are conducive to its flow. Money, like water, doesn't flow uphill, and when it encounters an obstacle, it will either go through it, over it, or around it, whichever is easier. Now, in today's video, I would like to share an analogy that will explain perfectly what's happening on social media and why decisions are being made the way that they are. I'm sure everyone has experienced at some point in time censorship online. You've been shadow banned. You've shared an opinion that the social media masters didn't like. Well, what they were doing, without realizing it, is building a dam. Because opinions and ideas and thoughts are like money. They're like water. And make no mistake, all of these social media giants are there to make money. So when they suppress, meaning build a dam, around your ideas and opinions, they're really building a dam around the flow of money. Because that's what they want to do. They want to have you online as much as possible looking at the ads. They want an opportunity for their advertisers to sell things to you as much as possible. This is what censorship looks like. Now, all this opinion, all of these ideas that they've decided to suppress, they didn't stop them. All they did is redirect the flow, like a dam does. They've created stoppages, and while they believe that they're doing a service, all they're doing is creating a giant amount of pent-up demand and a pent-up money. And this is what we have seen in the economy. And it's finally gotten to the point where it's ready to either overtop the dam, or that water that's backed up behind the dam is getting ready to flow other places. And they can't have that. That's why they're tearing down the dam. What am I talking about? Facebook ends ban on posts claiming COVID-19 is man-made. And this is what's going to start happening with a lot of different topics. Because they have started to see people redirecting their money away from social media marketing outlets. And I have this article on the right, why social media marketing is failing to impress in the boardroom. And it shows that clearly over the last year, survey of 200 CEOs, 65% said they aren't interested in hearing about likes. 76% said they don't care about retweets, and 66% said they're not interested in impressions. 59% of CEOs believe that digital marketing metrics aren't associated with sales and are meaningless to them. They have said that they would cut this. It would be the first thing they would cut. 22% go so far as saying that social media marketing or digital advertising would be the very first thing they cut from their budgets. Now, what do you think Facebook thinks when they hear this? Or Twitter when they hear this? You see, not every view and not every like is equal to them. And this is kind of inside baseball. There are people out there who have a lot more money than other people. That's just the reality. And they want to target those people. Now, this chart here on the right, and I'll give you these links. This is Social Media Today. It's kind of dry stuff. But the chart really tells the story. It talks about loyalty for selected genres based on top 100 creators right here on this platform on YouTube. Gaming has a lot of loyalty. But strangely, animal and pets does not. Now, why? Because you're not really going to be loyal to a channel and watch the same dog do the same trick over and over and over again. I mean, you may like the concept of animal and pets, but you're going to watch a lot of different channels with different cats and different dogs. So it kills their loyalty numbers. So if you're in one of these three categories over here that's doing better than the average, they're going to promote you. Even though you might not be doing as good as the average in gaming. See, gaming, people in blogs, entertainment, these are the things that bring the eyeballs back. This is what advertisers want. Well, wait a minute, hold on. Facebook to take action against users repeatedly sharing misinformation. This is Reuters. What happens when you dam up opinion, you dam up thought, and conservatives have been the primary target of this. They are, generally speaking, more wealthy, and they generally have more expendable income. You see, the money has gone away. They've dammed up the demand. They've dammed up the free flow thought and idea. And now it's been backed up behind this dam for so long, and they've kept trying to build it higher and higher and higher, meaning say you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say the other. This is what's going to eventually happen, and they can't have this. This lower right quadrant here, see how all of this water is all spread out? See, you build a dam. This is basically how beavers build dams. They do it in stages. They take a narrow stream, and then through a series of construction events, they spread the water out all over a floodplain. Well, you see, Facebook and Twitter and all these places, they want that flow mostly to them, not other places. You see, this is good for the consumer down here. This is good for social media up here. And this is what's happening because they've built these dams. See, they don't want to spread around the wealth. And that's why I brought up this chart, the ESB chart. You start as an employee, you have a job, you earn an income. Basically, that's money to you, you create a pond, i.e. a savings account. Self-employed, you own a job. Okay, now you are starting to do a little bit better, and you keep more of your money, a bigger pond. Now, when you become a business owner, you start to employ people, meaning that you have money coming in, but now your dam has overtopped, and you're starting to push money out in different directions, creating more flow. And then you can harness that flow, become an investor, and make that work for you. Money flows into the U.S. and inflates U.S. assets and allows the U.S. to have a monstrous trade deficit. Most think that's bad. That's actually good. That means we are consuming more than we are producing, meaning those people selling us stuff want to continue to sell us stuff. And they want us to continue to have money to spend on their stuff because that's their income flow. Going back to where we started, money is like a river, and it flows where the conditions are conducive to its flow. This is what social media has done. And this is what they don't understand about the nature of demand and the nature of money. Eventually, these dams were going to either overtop, collapse, or all of this demand was going to go someplace else. Because all of that opinion, all of that thought, all of those ideas that you're sharing on social media and wanting to share on social media equates to time spent on their platform, i.e. eyeballs in front of their ads. For you, it's one thing. For them, it's another. So while some might see what's going on with this ending of the ban on posts claiming COVID-19 is man-made as some win, it's just an acknowledgement that they failed. Because they don't understand the nature of finance. That It was going to go someplace eventually. That flow of idea, that flow of thought is unstoppable. It is immutable. And oh, by the way, Facebook pens deal, same day, by the way, that they announced this over here, with News Corp. What's next for the advertising industry? I'll give you all these links and you can read and you can see the real motivations behind what's happening on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. This is the reality. This is about money. This is about them losing it like crazy and watching that money go away from their advertisers and into other venues. So now is not the time to get back on Facebook and start yammering about where COVID came from. In fact, it's time to put your foot on the accelerator and continue to encourage people to stay off those platforms and make them pay and continue to reflow and redirect your money elsewhere. Make them come to you. Make them come to you. Because money is like a river. Opinions are like a river. Thoughts are like a river. Ideas are like rivers. They will flow where the conditions are conducive to that flow. And when you build a dam, whether it's on social media or anywhere else, it's going to go somewhere else. So anyway, I will leave it there. I just wanted to share this. God bless. Like, share, subscribe. Have a great day. We will see you tonight on Twitch.